Welcome to Shanghai on what is my final stop on this epic journey across China. Have I saved the best city until last? Well, we're about to find out because Shanghai has some of the best food and the best sights China has to offer. We've got a busy day exploring, so we best get going. Let's do it. Welcome to Shanghai, and I had to start this video right here. I'm on the Bund, the famous riverside promenade with one of the most iconic views in all of China. The skyline of Shanghai is so famous, and it's a little bit surreal to be stood here and seeing it. And this promenade, well, it's very popular. Everyone's out strolling, even this early in the day. But nice atmosphere and incredible views over the river. You've got boats on the river going up and down. It's a working river. You can feel that, you can see that. But the architecture here, on this side of the river, you have the colonial style architecture and buildings. And then on the other side, you have Pudong, the modern skyscrapers dominating the skyline. You have the Oriental Pearl Tower and the Shanghai Tower, the third tallest building in the world. Iconic skyline, and it's a little bit surreal to be stood here looking at it. Incredible. This is the Huangpu River. You can see, as I said, just how many boats are coming up and down it. But that skyline, we must have all seen that skyline at least once. The tower's so huge, but not just that, you have the banking buildings as well. Absolutely stunning. And what a contrast to the other side. I cannot wait to get into this city and explore, and we will do that in this video. The food, the things to do, all of the tips that I'm going to find out over the next couple of days, I'm going to give you in this video. However, xiaolongbao or soup dumplings are a big thing in Shanghai. And what better time to eat them than for breakfast? And what better type of xiaolongbao? Because we've had them before on the channel. We had them in Taipei and we had them in Wuhan. But what better xiaolongbao than crab xiaolongbao? Now, I've come early to this place. It's called Lai Lai Xiaolong. Normally, you have a queue all the way down the street because it's Michelin recommended. But if you come early, I came straight in and got a seat. They've arrived, and how good and how pretty do they look. I'm not going to count the number of folds, but there's a lot of them. They're so thin, I don't know if you can see, but they're so thin, they're almost, well, they're translucent. You can see the orange crab meat on the inside of that. Looks absolutely incredible. And xiaolongbao you need to eat fast, but let me just tell you, normally you just get black vinegar on the table like this, but here it comes with this dipping sauce, this black vinegar dipping sauce with ginger. Normally you make it yourself. Now, there is a method to eat these xiaolongbao, but the biggest trick of all is you need to eat them fast, because obviously you want that soup to be warm and juicy and, yeah, fast. As soon as they hit the table and the lid is taken off, you want to eat them. So I'm just going to take one of those xiaolongbao. What you then need to do is use your chopsticks to break a little hole in the dumpling and squeeze out that juice. And then you drink it, or the soup. Oh, the crabby flavor, seafood, sweet crab flavor, so good. And then next, you take your dumpling and you dip it in your black vinegar and ginger. That is unbelievable. We've eaten some good soup dumplings. I've eaten some good soup dumplings off camera, but that has to be right up there. Not the cheapest, 47 yuan, although I think Shanghai is a bit more expensive than other cities in China, to be honest. It might even be the most expensive city in China. And although you can't see it, I will put some footage of it, but although you can't see it, they are handmade out back, handmade to order. They're just making them and making them and making them. And you can taste the freshness. Ah, they're good. What a breakfast food. They're so good on their own. As I said, that soup is so rich, so meaty, so crabby. And the meat inside the wrapper is so thin. They are incredible. But that ginger and black vinegar sauce just takes it to a whole new level. Oh my. You need to come and eat here, guys. All right, last one. To be honest, I could eat a whole new portion of these, but we have to go and explore. So I'll enjoy the last one, and I'll see you up there. Sure. Thanks. All right, guys, next up, I have come to Yew Garden, and I love visiting city gardens, especially in this part of the world, but it looks like I wasn't the only one with that idea. It is busy. The queue to get in is long, but I'm in now. 30 yuan for an adult ticket. And this place is one of the must-visits if you like these things in Shanghai. It's full of pavilions and bridges and rockeries and ponds and plants and trees. Everything you could want in a city garden. So let's take a look around and see if the queue was worth it. Straight away, you're transported out of the big, modern, bustling city and into a place of tranquility. The trees, the lake, the birds, you can hear the birds. Not really anything of the traffic. And that's what I love about these places. You're in the middle of a massive, bustling city, and yet if you close your eyes, you wouldn't know at all. Now, we're just coming out of winter here, maybe just into spring. Some of the cherry blossoms are coming out, but actually a lot of the trees still don't have leaves, or they have little shoots coming. And there's pomegranate trees and other plants here that you can just imagine this place would be absolutely transformed in spring, in summer, and in autumn with those autumn colors. It's still stunning in winter, and the history and the culture and just the aspect of being in the middle of a big city. It's all still incredible, it's all still worth visiting, but I can imagine it's just another level when it's at its best, when everything is in full bloom. Aren't they the coolest ducks? They look like they have crowns on the top of their head with the tuft of feathers. I've never seen a duck like that before. Wonder how it tastes. I'm just kidding. And of course, you can walk around this place looking at a wider level and taking in its beauty, of course. But if you pause and you stop and you look up and you look around, you see all the micro details, like the little statues on the roof tiles, the little crevices and things like that in the rockery. You start to notice the micro details, and that brings it to life even more. All right, I think that's me done. Is it worth it? Well, I think so. If you want to escape the hustle and the bustle of the city, come and soak up a little bit of the history and the culture here, a little bit of peace, it's definitely worth it. Oh man, just came out of Yew Garden. Super touristy here, as you would expect. All of your souvenir shops. But the buildings, although I guess not original, let's say that, very, very pretty. Can you imagine living in a time where this was the architecture and this is what it looked like? Obviously, if you were of the status and class to live in this area and enjoy this type of thing in that time, wouldn't it be incredible? We just don't build places like this anymore. Stunning, if not a little touristy. All right, very touristy. Anyway, let's carry on exploring Shanghai. Quick snack, a little pastry, why not? a Chinese pastry called begonia cake, named after the begonia flower because it looks like its blossom. You can kind of see that in the shape of it. Kind of looks like a flower, doesn't it? Very, very traditional here in Shanghai and the cities around. So I saw it being sold and I had to get one, didn't I? That is good. It's made from rice flour, wheat flour. It's caramelized on top with sesame seeds, so you get that pop of sesame flavor and that caramelized sugar. On the inside, it looks like it's stuffed with red bean. Oh, can it get any better? Not too sweet, quite savory for a pastry. Very, very good. And just like that, I lost the tourists. One thing I do recommend when you come to a big city like this, especially a city which is steeped in history and culture, is just walk. Don't just follow the map and go to the places you need to go to. Just come out and walk. I'm walking down the street now where, okay, it's all essentially derelict. They've boarded up the fronts, but actually they've done it quite tastefully. They've got little bits of street art and boards in front of the buildings. But the buildings are definitely harking back to a time. I don't know the time, I don't know when, I don't know which year, but definitely you get the feeling for how Shanghai used to be, which is interesting because in the foreground, or in the background, sorry, I have the skyscrapers there. So you have the modern and the old. But that sense of just interest, of just walking down this street, just a random street in Shanghai, is cool. So please explore. It's too easy now to just whip out the Maps app or call a taxi or take the metro and go from place to place to place. And I think we've forgotten a little bit of just the wonder of exploring and stumbling across interesting places. I have come across the Hangpu River to the Shanghai Tower. Not that you could tell at this angle, but if I do this, you can see right behind me is the Shanghai Tower, 632 meters high, over 2,000 feet, which is crazy when you think about it, because I come from a very small island in the British Isles, and when I used to fly home, or when I fly home, the planes fly at around 2,000 feet, which is crazy that this building is that height. However, it's not just this building here. You have other skyscrapers. You have two other stunning buildings, the Shanghai Financial Center and the Jinmao building. You also have glimpses of the Oriental Pearl. Now, I bought my ticket on trip.com because I had some coins, so essentially I got some money off. However, there's a ticket office here and you have different time slots, and it says how many spaces are available at each. You buy your ticket and then you go in your slot. For some reason, it's very quiet today. Given that it's a weekend, I thought it would be completely rammed, very busy, but no, it's quiet. So I'm going to wander over, scan my QR code, and we'll head up the third tallest building in the world.
We have arrived at 118th floor.
Whoa, 55 seconds all the way up to the 118th floor. Now, they said it's the world's fastest elevator. However, when I went to Taipei 101, they also said it's the world's fastest elevator. So we'll have to check that one out. I'll leave a comment saying which one is true. Maybe they're both the same. Anyway, wow, 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 wow. The views, as soon as you walk out of the entrance, spectacular. I'm sorry, I'm a little speechless. That doesn't happen very often, but the views are incredible. I'm holding off showing you for a second just to build the anticipation, because they are genuinely spectacular. It's a little bit hazy, can't quite see to the horizon, but nevertheless, the city is so vast and so densely populated, you can see an incredible amount. Right, let me show you the views. All right, let me give you my thoughts. It is 100% worth paying the entry price to come up and see this skyline. And probably that goes the same for any tall building in the world, to be honest. Sometimes you think, is it worth it? Should I just go up there to see the view? 100%, without a doubt, completely worth it, especially this one. The city skyline and the city itself is just incredible. Up here, you really do feel for how sprawling the city is. Obviously, you can walk around it. It's 360-degree views. You have the views of the river. You have the views of the other skyscrapers. Skyscrapers which look tall when you're down at the bottom. Like those two that I showed you, the Shanghai Tower and the Shanghai Financial Center, they look tall compared to this. The Pearl looks tall compared to this. But when you're up here, they look tiny. And the cars and the people, they look like toy cars and like ants running around. I'm not getting vertigo like I did in Taipei 101, but it is undoubtedly tall. The tallest building I have ever been into. And I'm finding it difficult to describe the views. I think the river makes it better. The river essentially wrapping around the building because of the way it flows around the building, takes it to the next level. It cost 180 yuan to come up here. Sometimes you pay for the ticket, sometimes you pay for a drink at the top of these buildings. Often on these tallest buildings, it's a ticket. But let me tell you again, 100% worth it, without a doubt. All right, guys, lunchtime. I've gone for dumplings again after having a noodle fetish in Chongqing and Wuhan. Now I'm on the dumplings. And you know it's good because this place is busy, absolutely jam-packed with people. And this guy, server, does not stop. This is where they cook them on the hot plates. All going on, making them, cooking them, serving them. This time, it's another soup dumpling. You can see that dumpling, a lot fatter than the soup dumpling we had this morning for breakfast. And can you tell the difference? Not only has it been steamed, it's been pan-fried afterwards, still filled with that soup. This time, sadly, instead of crab, it's filled with pork. And on the underneath, you can see on the underneath, sprinkled with sesame seeds as well, just for added flavor. They look amazing. The other dish that I've gotten here is fried rice, another famous dish in this restaurant and also in Shanghai, filled with absolutely everything. Little bits of bok choy, some mushrooms, some Chinese sausage, onions it looks like, looks amazing. All right, in with a little bit of this, I presume fermented chili paste, and then a teapot. I should just check first, shouldn't I? Yeah, a teapot. Oh, it's not going to be soy sauce, is it? It's going to be black vinegar. That was a bit stupid of me. I've been here long enough to know, haven't I? And then I'm just going to mix that up in there. Like it spicy. All right, let's try it. Oh, yes. Rich and meaty. That is incredible. The fried base of the dumpling is actually thick because they pushed it down onto the hot griddle pan, and it's so crunchy. You know what it reminds me of? Because it's so porky and crunchy and golden and juicy. Actually reminds me of a sausage roll, but like the best sausage roll. And then that fermented chili, I don't know if you're meant to mix it with black vinegar, but I did. Incredible, incredible flavor. Let's try this rice. I'm doing it with the spoon so it's easier. I've got more of that chili, of course, why not? But you can see it's cooked absolutely perfectly. They just fall off the spoon. Wow. You can taste the flavor of the wok. It's smoky, very smoky from that sausage, I guess. Fried rice can be super simple, or with so much going on in it like that, it can taste super complex. There is so much going on in that one. The flavor is great. But I've got to be honest, this place is all about those dumplings. They are just so good. Very different from this morning's. So although you're thinking 2 dumplings in one video, they are different, and I think they are definitely both worth trying. Oh, that was unbelievable. And the price as well, just 25 yuan. Right, Let's keep exploring. Ni hao. Right in the heart of the French concession is this place, Tianzifang. Used to be a residential area, but it's been turned into this like funky bohemian art, souvenir shops, cafes, just funky area, very cool, full of tight, narrow little alleyways. You can see, if you look up, you can see that it used to be, and probably still is, a bit of a residential area. But down here, it's cool, it's funky. Just helped the student out completing her survey for her study. So I thought we'd just show her on camera, say hello. Very lovely, very polite. What's your name? I've done the whole survey and haven't asked your name.
My English name is Fiona.
Fiona?
Yes, and my Chinese name is Huang Fei.
Huang Fei?
Yes.
Well, welcome and thank you for being so polite.
Okay.
Thank you.
And thank you so much.
Ah, my pleasure. Ah, that was nice. Had a good old chat. Did the 5-minute questionnaire. Normally when I see those things, I'm just like, no, scam. But she was very sweet, she was very nice. As I say, student at university conducting a survey, has to interview 120 people. How long is that going to take? But yeah, very nice, then had a nice conversation afterwards. So happy to just give her a little bit of airtime in the video as I wander around this place. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have a little look around and I'll pick up with you guys at the next spot. All right, I'm out. 30 pence, 3 yuan. Can't complain at that, can you? And it broke out as I came out through the ticket gate into an underground food hall and shopping center. And then I was hit by this smell of this bread, I guess, baking, and a queue. And when that happens, you just have to jump in and try, don't you? So I've got myself one, cost 7 yuan. They call it a scallion pancake, but it's more like scallion bread. He rolls it out, it's made fresh to order, puts it inside the clay oven. Yeah, a clay oven. You see this everywhere, inside a clay oven, and then it's just baked for a few minutes until golden, toasty brown. So why not have another snack? With the money we saved on the taxi. Essentially, it's a flatbread. Little bits of pork in there, actually, I didn't realize. There's bits of pork, there's spring onion or scallion, sesame seeds on top, a little bit salty, very savory, nice scallion flavor, great snack. Come to People's Park for a nice relaxing walk in nature, they said. It will be peaceful and quiet and you can really get the feeling for Shanghai, they said. Yeah. It's absolutely crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I've never seen so many people in a park. What is going on? All right, they're all stood here. I don't really get it. They're standing here with cards and things like that. Had to step away from that because there were a few hands being waved when I had the camera on, and now I see why. I took a photo of one of the signs and translated it using the Translate app. It's people, parents, stood with cards describing their daughters, I guess, and then saying what they're seeking in a man. No photos, just a card, a little bit of a description saying this is what they look like, this is their height, this is their weight, this is what they study and what they look for in a man. And then I guess parents meet parents and go and arrange. Is it dating? Is it marriage? Blew my mind. I'm not going to make any comments. It's not my culture. I don't know if this is normal. I mean, it obviously is normal. There's so many people doing it. Let me know in the comments. Tell me about it. I mean, I'll go and read about it, but I want to hear from you guys. Tell me about it. Tell me your thoughts on it. Tell me if I got it right, what I think it is. Yeah, I just thought I'd come stroll through the park to the busy commercial area and show you the park, because normally people are out here being active and dancing and nice things are going on. But there's a dating agency at the start. Welcome to Nanjing Road. We're on the east part of the road. There's Nanjing East and Nanjing West, about 6 kilometers long in total. This one links People's Park, where we saw the wild dating scene, to the Bund, where we started this video. And actually after this, I'm gonna head down there and we're gonna see the skyline at night once the sun goes down. Very much looking forward to that. However, this place is busy. It is the main shopping district, main shopping area in Shanghai. At least this side of the river, I guess. All of the major brands are here. If you want to do shopping, if you want to come and top up on some things, I guess this is the place to come. A lot of people here. Probably the most people I've seen, other than in the park. All I can say is this place is overwhelmingly busy. Overwhelmingly busy. If you like this thing, brilliant. For me, small island boy, I think is a bit too much. I'm back on the Bund, or at the Bund, however you say it. Evening now. I came here just before sunset, or as the sun was setting, to get my spot because, well, I think that was a good idea. It must be at least 100 times busier than it was this morning. It's absolutely chaos. Everyone trying to get their photos, trying to get their selfies, trying to take their videos. Understandable, I'm one of those too. But I wanted to get a good view for you guys. But let me tell you, it is cold. Almost as cold as the view is stunning. And oh my, is it stunning. If it was pretty in the morning or during the day, I cannot explain, apart from showing you, how incredible it is in the evening. And I don't know what I expected. I only expected the Pudong side to light up. I don't know why, but the colonial style buildings on this side have also lit up, also look fantastic. And as I waited for the sun to go down, the view just got better and better and better. I don't know if it's all year, but the lights came on at 6. That was quite cool to see. They switched on at 6 o'clock. And then obviously as it got darker, the view just got better and better and better. And they just pop in the nighttime sky. It is worth coming, everyone else has. But yeah, you should come in the day for sure, see it in the daytime, and then you should definitely come back after dinner in the evening. Take a stroll along the promenade, enjoy your evening, wrap up warm if it's winter, and just enjoy these views. But, well, looking at the view now, I used the word iconic this morning, and it truly is iconic. The Oriental Pearl Tower, pink, glistening in the nighttime sky, and then all of the other buildings are lit up too. Some of them have videos, I don't really know what to call it, graphics on them saying I love Shanghai and different things like that. The Shanghai Tower has glitter shooting up it. It's just magical, spectacular on the river. If only it was a bit warmer. It is frosty for me, but a great end to a great day in a great city I would say. I've loved the food, I've loved exploring. It's not my favorite city in China, I'll be honest. I prefer the others that I've been to. But I think it's an absolute must. It's a fantastic city, a must visit if you're traveling through China, that's for sure. To see a mega city like this, it is huge, but to be honest, it doesn't feel as big as Chongqing, for example. I don't know why, that one, because you could just see for so far. It was so vast, it was so sprawling and hilly. I felt tiny in it. This one, when you're in and around, it feels enclosed, you see the area, so it just feels like you're in a city. But when you're here by the river, you get the sense for how big this place is, you get the sense for how busy this place is. Anyway, that draws to an end the China series. There will be one more video with my tips, my thoughts, the pros and cons of traveling China, so you can find that here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.